Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We have from 1884 Buchanan's 12-year Deluxe, originally known as Buchanan's Finest Liqueur. Established in 1884, like I said, James Buchanan and Company, Scotland, owned by Diageo today. The Deluxe blend is crafted to the highest quality, vibrant character, imbued with passion and commitment, and guaranteed by James Buchanan and Company. Well, it's a lot of fancy talk, but I have enjoyed it. Too much glare from the computer and the light, but it's a nice looking label. It's embossed on the back. You can see fancy bottle, got the plastic on the side, got a special pourer. You can pour out, but you can't pour in, to keep people from replacing this with cheaper whiskey. Apparently, it's so popular in Latin America, they got some crooked people down there and apparently they do that in the United States too, from what I've been told. They'll dump out the good scotch, I guess drink it themselves, and they'll dump in some cheap stuff and let you see it in the bottle. Dirty, right? A Greek guy that does video reviews with us sometimes, off air usually, he said he noticed people doing that with Jack Daniels. He could taste it, and it wasn't the same. And he told him, I want Jack Daniels, not this fake stuff you're pouring in the bottle. But here's John Barr blended Scotch whiskey. Don't know when it was introduced. Never could find a date. Some people say in the mid-1970s. It's from Whyte and MacKay these days. I think it was a different company back then. Hey, Ron, it's James Buchanan. Is James Buchanan named after the president? No. Different guy. This is the Scottish James Buchanan. And apparently, some people say James Buchanan of the United States. It was pronounced Buchanan. Buchanan. I don't know. Yeah, James Buchanan, president from 1857 to 1861. I would say one of the good Democrat presidents, you know, in the old days of the Democratic Party. But that all changed with Woodrow Wilson. That was downhill from there. Oh, the party was already changing since 1892. But anyway, that's another story for another day. Another time, another place. All right, JB, John Barr. Hey, I can't put JB because it's James Buchanan and John Barr, JB. So this is the other scotch. All right. James Frias says, rather him than Biden. Well, James Buchanan was 1857, you know, so it was a while back. Different scenario, different setting. Still, the principles don't change, and he had the correct principles as opposed to today, which are they don't really go along with the ideology of the founding fathers. But anyway, enough of that. James Barr, pour a little. Ronnie says Grover Cleveland was probably the last good Democratic president. Yeah, he was actually the last one, and that was 1897 when he went out of office. He was the only person president 2 different times. Hear that? On non-consecutive terms. (1885 to 1889), and then he lost and he got reelected. And then he was in office 93 to 97. And when he got beat in 88, he had the he won the popular vote. He won the popular vote, but he lost the electoral college. Now did Grover Cleveland get on the air? No, he didn't get on the radio or TV. They didn't have that. Did he get on the telegraph and the newspapers and whine about, even though I lost the popular vote? No, he didn't, because he knew that vote is not a real vote. It doesn't count. It doesn't matter. It's a mirage. It is no official. It's not an official vote. There's no point to that. No perk to it. So, but Cleveland was a classic guy. You know, Grover Cleveland, the great Grover Cleveland. All right. Well, as far as appearance, there's no difference. They're both amber. Gold. No, more gold. A gold amber, you see. So nice appearance. And I don't have to worry about, oh, don't look down because you'll mix them up. I mean, you'll tip yourself off. I won't tip myself off to the same color. They're both smoky. The price, okay, is an important thing to consider. Buchanan's run you about $34, $35 at Walmart. I can get it at Walmart. $35. You might save a dollar or two driving here, there, and everywhere, because you're going to use $4 worth of gasoline to save $2 on liquor. Some people do that. Do that with beer, wine, liquor, groceries. Spend $4 in gas to save $3 in groceries. Crazy, right? That's penny wise, dollar foolish. Penny wise, dollar foolish. The Buchanan's, the John Barr would be about $23. So we're talking about 23 versus 35. That's a good $12 difference. So the only way Buchanan's can win this morning is to really outshine the Barr. You see, because it's $12 difference. Is it going to be $12 better? My thinking preliminary is it won't be. But time will tell, and we're about to have that time right now. Robert Browning says, John Barr was originally a brand produced by Johnny Walker, exclusively for the British market. Johnny Walker sold it to UD sometime in the early 90s. Electoral College there for a reason, that's right. The last two good Democrat presidents were Judge Parker and John Davis, 1920. Yeah. Long time ago. I'm pulling for Buchanan's to win. Okay. All right. I wish I could get some definitive information on John Barr. I looked it up. Couldn't find nothing, man. There are a lot of weird brands that were started by like Seagram's and stuff like the notorious Crown Rust started by Seagram's, Joseph Seagram's in 1940. Finest vodka made, which is bizarre since it's also the cheapest on the shelf. Something's telling me they don't actually believe what they're writing. That's an old brand, Crown Rust. I tried it once just to try it. I wasn't even doing video reviews then. Drank that whole bottle, over a course of months. When they had the old burgundy label until they went to this Sazerac bright red thing a few years ago. But it was like most vodka, had no flavor or aroma really. It's kind of like the body and the mouthfeel that sets them apart though. It was all right. All right, John Barr, Whyte and MacKay Limited. Let's see if I can find something. I don't think I can. Whyte and MacKay Limited. That's all it's saying. It can't be right. John Barr does not identify a living individual. That's true. Let's see about this. John Barr. The actual label. Color is not claimed as a feature of the mark. That's all it's saying. Whyte and MacKay. I know that's not right. Well, it just could be for that label. Okay, we got to get going. But it's driving me nuts. Yeah, I don't think they got good information here. Now this saying first use anywhere in commerce. First 1986. I don't think that's right. It can't be right. It's obviously not right. I was looking at an advertisement from 1980. So I don't know where their research is. United Kingdom. No. Damn. The best Scotch whiskey, bar none. That's just a trademark on a slogan. And I know that's not too old. Oh, heck. Well, I give up. If I could get some definitive information, I would use it. I don't have it. I can't use it because Whyte and MacKay doesn't say anything, and the John Barr website doesn't say anything. Now, the bottle claims 1881. Well, that's not when John Barr came out. That's when Whyte and MacKay was founded. You can't believe these dates on these bottles. It's like Jameson, not Jameson, Valentine, Bushmills. I'm going to get it. Bushmills. Talking about 1608. Got nothing to do with Bushmills. It's only when that area of Ireland was given a patent to distill whiskey, 1608. And then in fact, if you look at the old Bushmills bottles from 40 years ago, they say established 1784. That's when Bushmills was established, 1784. But somebody got clever, one of their owners, because it's been passed around, got clever and said, oh, look, we have records showing that they first distilled whiskey in 1608. Let's use that date. Nobody will check. And then I came along. No, there were other people that had pointed that out too. I'm just taking credit for what I didn't do. But anyway, comments. Judge Parker was basically the same as William Taft, who won in 1904. Well, that would have been bad because Judge William Taft was like ultra liberal. He was actually more liberal than Roosevelt, and Roosevelt criticizing because he claimed he wasn't progressive enough. You're not progressive enough. And Taft was like, well, I busted up more monopolies than you did, or alleged monopolies. And I created more federal parks, wildlife refuges than you did. But Roosevelt's real complaint was, you're not me. I want to be president again because I'm power hungry. That was the real reason. And then Taft lost the election. He was like, I don't even want this job. I didn't even want to be president. I told you that. I'd rather be a Supreme Court Chief Justice, which he got to be for many years. He liked sitting in a room reading books about the law. He wasn't a cowboy like Roosevelt. You know what I'm saying? A Manhattan, New York City cowboy. Attention hog. John Davis was not a good candidate in 1920, besides the fact that he had FDR as a running mate. Oh, yeah. Good morning, Louisiana Beer Review, says Jeep and Foodie. Well, anyway, Harding won because they wanted to be more conservative and get out of all this. They wanted to return to normalcy, you know what I'm saying? What is everyone drinking? I'm not drinking, James. How about you? I was drinking coffee. Pumpkin from Southern Tier, says James Frias. Good choice. How do you like it? Just sold out at our store yesterday. Fantastic, Ronnie. Fantastic. Buchanan's and Dewar's have many similar components. Scotches, while John Barr has many of the same component scotches as Johnny Walker Red. FDR ran with Cox in 1920. Yeah, Cox. Well, they had a lot of guys getting beat. You know, Wilson was infirm. He didn't run again. Of course, that was that two-term tradition. Then they got beat in 20. The Democrats got beat again in 24. They got beat again in 28. And then you had the economic collapse, and then the meddling and then all of that. But anyway, we're not going into history. Oh, that's right, Robert. All right, so then you had Alf Landon, remember, the Republican? All right. Oh. This smells kind of like old musty scotch. You know what I mean? Like old furniture. All it is grains. There's a mild bit of peat. There isn't really any smoke in the aroma. Not much. A little, not a whole lot. Not anything remarkable. It just smells like regular old scotch. There's no age statement on the John Barr room. Roseanne Barr. All right. It just, a lot of these, they just smell regular, you know, like ordinary, just ordinary whiskey, fermented, distilled grains, cereal grains. It's the taste that really makes a difference with these. I find with these bourbon, sometimes it seems like it's reverse. The bourbon will smell great. Oh, wow, man. And then you taste it and it's like, tastes like grits. Okay. I think Cox in 1920 is actually the oldest recording you can find on YouTube of a presidential candidate. Huh. My notes say Barr's principal single malts are Talisker, Cardew, and Dalliance lowland malts from North British. Well, I'm not saying you're wrong, and I'm not even challenging what you're saying, Robert. I'm just saying I would like something official. You know what I'm saying? Something definitive so I can list it on my notes, on my description. This one smells even more ordinary. There's a little honey note, though. It just smells like plain Jane grain. Plain Jane grain. Now, is there anything offensive and off-putting? No. Is there anything remarkable or particularly attractive about it? No. It's just regular old. Honestly, if you told somebody, hey, I got some whiskey, you want it? And they say, what kind? You just say regular old, ordinary, run-of-the-mill whiskey. And they smelled it, they would say, yeah, that smells like whiskey to me. I really think that's what they would say. It's just nothing. It's just dull. Dull. Dull doesn't mean bad. It just means dull. Like plain. He was running on how the Democrats got the U.S. into World War I and should have been thanked for it. Oh, yeah. It's an interesting recording, only about 5 minutes. I might have to look that up. Yeah, look what we did for you. Yeah, what a benefit. What a great blessing. Thanks. Thanks for that. You got any other things like stabbing me in the head with a knife? All right. This one smells smokier, so I think it's Buchanan's, but I haven't tasted it. It's time now. Let's go. Sorry for the delay on the trademark stuff, but it's driving me batty trying to find that. Sometimes you can find it in a second. Other times you just can't track it down. Ooh, woo. Toot, 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 toot. Man, this is a coal burning train. Get on a smoke train, the smoke train. Wow. Man, look, if you don't like smoke, if you don't like smoked pork, if you don't like smoked grains, you will not like this. It's not strong in the aroma, so the aroma can put you off track. Like you say, well, that seems pretty mild, and then you taste it and you're like, whoa. I just drank I took a sip of liquid smoke. Now that's how profound it is. Now, is it smoky like Ardbeg that I had that 10-year at my friend David's house? No, but it's close. All right. That Ardbeg 10 was smoky, almost like medicine, like what you call it? Some kind of medicine. I don't know what it is, no, but it's like some kind of medicine and it tastes like that. Smoky, strange, huh? Like, what's that stuff? I know I'm getting this. It's some kind of cough medicine, yeah. I guess if you want to drink liquor, that whiskey that tastes like cough medicine, it might work. I don't mind cough medicine. It could kill you, you know. Used to really be dangerous. But it's something, it's not Robitussin. There's something. Vicks Formula 44D. Yeah, you see, because that cherry flavor in some of these foods tastes smoky. Cherry flavor in some foods tastes smoky. Remember that. Remember I told you that. Why? But why? But why do they smell smoky, Mr. Powers? Because I think they're using cherry wood smoke to give it the cherry flavor. Like they roasted the wood, you know what I mean? And it somehow captures that cherry flavor, that cherry aroma, that smell, that gasoline smell. Reminds me of victory. All right. Someday this war's going to end, young captain. Now this one does not taste smoky. Relative to that, no way. Tastes like cereal grain. Good cereal grain. Darling, there's a little honey here. You could say nectar, but I'm saying honey. A little bread dough, but a lot of grain from the grain whiskeys. Is it ragged? No. Is it smooth? Yes. Is it remarkable, great, exploding plastic, inevitable? None of those things. It's just regular old mild scotch. I think if some people drink this, they say that's too bland. But it's got some character. Some people say it's briny. Scotch would be briny. It's kind of like that. Some peatiness, like the compost character. Well, that thanks me believe. The smoker you are, the player you get. The smoker you are, the player you drink. No, I think the Buchanan's is not that smoky. Really, I think this is the John Barr. I can't get past it. I like smoked pork. Is that the same one you were drinking Sunday afternoon? Yes. Because I'm doing a series, John Barr versus everybody. Everybody. Beerhound says, well, how's-y doozy, Ron Aruzzi? I'm a Fonzie this morning, Z. Bill Z. He's an Orange Z, California Z. All right. Enough kidding around. It's time for the definitive. It's time for the determination. Wow. Are there other underlying flavors besides smoke? Yes. Cereal grains, a touch of dough. It's got a little funny bite to it, though. But I think the smokiness can help throw that off. Like, you won't pay attention to the bite. You say, whoa, that's why it's $23. There's a little harshness to it. No, but you don't notice that because you're too busy remarking about the smoke. You're talking about smoked pork and liquid smoke and just general smoky comments. Well, I think that's John Barr, actually. I think this is the John Barr Reserve Blend. Now, would I like to try the John Barr Finest, the red label? I would. Ain't never seen it. That's like the cheap John Barr. And the John Barr Reserve ain't expensive. So are there other John Barrs that are very expensive? Yes, and you'll never find them neither. I know that's bad English, but that's how I speak in real life. There's a John Barr Blue Label. You know, it's kind of like a Johnny Walker Blue Label, but a knockoff brand that's very expensive that nobody can find, but I've seen photos on the internet. And there may be some other John Barr variants, but there's definitely a Blue Label. So I don't know, Whyte and MacKay. Y'all need to get better information on your website. But they're not worried about that because they figure nobody cares when John Barr was introduced. But I care. Some people care, man. You know what I'm talking about? Some people care. Why you got to be like that? It's really intriguing. It's a kind of confusing product. It tastes to me like it would go well with smoked kippers, smoked herring, like I have from Canada. Now you say, no, that's too much smoke application. That's smoke and smoke. They would clash. That could be true. But I think they would complement one another if you didn't overdo it. Like, you wouldn't want to keep eating that. But if you had, like, you get the container and you had a third of it with the little fork and the crackers, and you eat the smoked herring, and then you drink this and you eat the more, and you sip it and eat more and sip it. Then you put the rest under foil back in the fridge. Next day, eat the second third on crackers, maybe with some other beer or whatever. And then the third day, you get the next third, and you could have it with Cabernet Sauvignon wine, like I've got. You know what I'm saying? But because you wouldn't want to keep going smoke. It would get redundant and wearisome, and it would be a drag. Like, you would get sick of it. Maybe. I think you would. Do you like Bergie? I don't know what Bergie is. James told me once Krampus made an appearance on Doorbusters. Is that true? Yes. Haunting everybody, putting curses on all the children. It was very eerie, theatrical. Not only Krampus, the Emerald Mystic showed up, I think twice. The Emerald Mystic showed up and he was being very metaphysical and esoteric and campy and all of that. Yes, the Emerald Mystic did show up. Are you ready? People, get ready. Yeah, I'm ready to give a determination. All jocularity aside, I think this is the John Barr, and I'm a little shocked because I thought the Buchanan's would be smokier, but you know what? I think Buchanan's is a little more subtle. It's a little more laid back, little more careful, because it's got such deep quality. They don't have to be overt. You know, it can have the smokiness, but it's more blended in with the blend. You know what I'm saying? Dough, you know. But I think the John Barr, being kind of on the cheaper side and maybe a little bitey, they got to cover it. They got to mask it with the smokiness. So they get some really strong. What is the Isla? Some people say iodine or something. I say it's some kind of medicine, you know. But and a lot of people don't like the Isla scotch because it's just too strong. I like it because I like strong things, you know, like gamey flavors and all. But you might get sick of it drinking it every day. But I think they're just taking some really smoky Isla because Whyte MacKay probably owns Isla, or they could source it. At least they could buy it, and they just hitting you with it to mask any other you know, deficits, whatever. They do that with beers too. Yeah, like add a lot of coffee, a lot of chocolate, a lot of this, a lot of that. Well, you're so busy at the candy festival and the coffee clatch that you don't notice that the beer's got some problems. And they do that with a lot of other beers that they make them taste like fruit. Oh wow, man, it tastes like fruit. Yeah, I know. They got to make it taste like fruit because there ain't nothing else there. There's no underbody that's worthwhile, so they mask it. But it's good because you're having your good times. Bergie was also known. I'll talk to you later on. Enjoy your day. You too. Have a good day at work. My grandpa drank Bergie and Schaefer. Oh, Bergie beer. No, I never had it. Bergie was also known as Bergiemeister, an old G. Heilemann beer, popular in the Midwest and some Rocky Mountain states. I think I have a old can of it, but I never had it. I just bought it at a flea market, Bergiemeister, and I bought Wiedemann's, you know, all of that. Now I have a beer called Burger, like hamburger, which they still make. It's horrible, you know. The one they make now, contract brewed. But the Burger was sort of a Midwest, old Northwest Territories area, you know, the Northwest Territories area beer. And never saw it in Louisiana, of course. All right. Wish me the best, because I'm going to say this is the John Barr. Well, I hope that says JB. I'm going to feel funny if it doesn't. Oh, man. You just got schooled. That's the Buchanan's. Wow. I'm freaked out, man. So the Buchanan's was the ultra smoky beer. Scotch. Oh, okay. Man, Buchanan's is whipping everybody. Buchanan's never loses. It's just Scott's. I said it was kind of bitey though, didn't I? But that Buchanan's Master, if you ever try the Master, it's got a little bit more character and better. It costs $10 more. I would love to see what the 18-year age tastes like. Bet that's something, but it's $90. And the red cap Red Seal, Red Seal, Red Seal. It better really be good, $175. But oh, okay, all right, all right, all right. So wow, I was remarking in other videos how intensely smoky the John Barr was, but then I put it up against the Buchanan's, nothing, nothing. Well, just goes to show you, Diageo got a lot of money in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? Diageo can make it happen. They got the money to make it happen, so they can get some really good. And I think somebody was telling me that, now that I recall, a year ago, 2 years ago, must have been a year ago, that the Buchanan's did bring in a lot of Isla. You know, Buchanan's is a pretty legendary brand. It's Diageo. You know, they own Johnny Walker. They own a lot, a lot of Scotch brands. That 69. Oh, it's too many to mention. Well, just goes to show you, you think you know, but you don't know, and you'll never know. Well, you might know if you keep practicing. All right, I got it wrong. Well, I was declaring earlier, I'll never get it wrong. I'll never get it wrong. I'll get John Barr correct every time. But then I was thinking about that off the air. I was thinking you might have spoke too soon, because what you going to do and I was honestly saying, I'm not saying this to cover. I was saying, what you going to do with Buchanan's? That's pretty smoky. Now, what other ones do I have that are smoky? Well, of course, the Johnny Walker Blue Label is exquisite. And J&B is something else. Okay, all right. I'm not going to get caught up in it. All right, so that's it. So Buchanan's cost $12 more, and it's well worth it. It's well worth it. Okay, so just when I thought John Barr was a hidden gem, it turns out maybe it really ain't a hidden gem. So Buchanan's undefeated still, the legendary James Buchanan 12-year. It's there for a reason. It wins for a reason. It's won awards for a reason, and you should buy it for a reason, meaning it tastes great. I think it's my favorite. Oh, man. That's it. Robert Browning said, I think Buchanan's is outstanding blended Scotch. Boy, no joke about that. Browning looking good. It was a Sazerac brand for years. Was it? Whoa. I thought all Sazerac did was buy stuff. I didn't know they sold off brands. Huh? Okay. Ooh. Sazerac. I got some Sazerac scotches coming up. Don't judge me. All right. And it ain't the last drop either. It's yeah, Highland Mist. All right. So thanks for and Piper Dean. Thanks for watching this video production. I'll be back later on with another live thing for John Barr versus Johnny Walker Red. Oh man, that's going to be exciting.